Okay. Okay. Hey, happy Friday, everyone. We are going to try to make this work. I have workmen here doing some work, putting in a shower door, and there's a loud noise. So we'll try and make it. I'm going to kick it right over to Steve. He's with Brookdale Senior Living. And Steve, welcome. Tell us what's new and exciting at Brookdale.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Betsy. So first of all, my name's Steve Salaman. I'm the executive director at Brookdale Northbrook, and I've been with the company for almost 17 years. And this is my third Brookdale community. I was downtown at Lakeshore Drive and up in Vernon Hills as the director as well. So, and prior to that, been in the hospitality business. So just wanted to share a few moments and talk to you a little bit about Brookdale and what we have to offer here at Northbrook. So first of all, Brookdale Senior Living. We have over 800 communities in the United States and actually 11 in Chicagoland. So we're well established. Yeah. So and every community is a little bit different. We have communities that have independent living, assisted living, memory care, and nursing. So that they're all different. They all have their own feel too. So we're not like a cookie cutter where you go to one, it's like going to the rest. We're all very much different. So at Brookdale Northbrook, we have independent and assisted living. We don't have nursing or nursing home or memory care. So again, and there's differences, and I just want to talk a little bit about what independent is and what assisted living is. So independent living really is for people, residents that are able to take care of themselves and really are looking for just the amenities, not having to do housekeeping, having the meals prepared, transportation, and that's really independent living. And we're at Brookdale Northbrook, we have 150 independent living apartments. So we're more independent than assisted living. And, there are a la carte services. So, for instance, if residents need additional care that are in independent living, we have what we call Brookdale at Home. So, for instance, if a resident just needs help with escorts to the dining room, we can do that. If they need just helps with shower assistance and they want someone there just for safety precautions, we can do that. So we have this whole program that we can do a la carte services for independent residents, and many of them take advantage of that just for extra security and safety. With assisted living, it's a little bit more detailed. Number one, we're governed by the state of Illinois, so we're licensed, so we have to follow their procedures and make sure that we're adhering to what is expected of assisted living. With assisted living, residents need a little bit more care. So for instance, when someone moves in or wants to move in, we assess them and we determine, okay, do they need, is it independent living or is it assisted living? And we kind of make that, determination. If it's assisted living, we set up a care plan. So we meet with them and their families and we determine what their needs are. Some may need just help with medication. Some may need more like medication. They're diabetic and they need help with those needs. They may need help with shower assistance, bathroom assistance, and it's a scheduled. So we set up a care plan and then we adhere to that plan. Some are extensive, some are relatively minor, and the cost determines basically what the needs are. It's very individualized and it's whatever their needs are. We have nurses 16 hours a day that administer the medication and help with taking vitals and other again, based on we weigh them every month just to make sure that they're not losing or gaining weight and things like that. So
is that everybody, Steve? You weigh every resident?
Everybody in assisted living, yes.
Okay, but if they're in independent living,
no, independent, they're on their own. So we don't do that, but of course we can. We also have blood pressure checks that we can do for all the residents. So there's a lot of different other services that we have to offer. With assisted living, we have 24-hour assistance. So we have caregivers here 24 hours. So They, some require checks in the evening. We would do that. Some will pull their pendant or pull cord, and we will do that. So there's a lot of, and again, it's individualized. And so what one person what their services are very much different from the others. And again, we have an RN that is making sure that, that the residents are following the care plan and the staff is following the care plan. So that's a little bit about assisted living. We also have what we call respite apartments. So if a resident wants to move in, they want to try us out, we have furnished apartments available. The majority of the apartments, in fact, most of the apartments are not furnished. The residents will bring in their furniture, but we do have a few respites if someone wants to try it out. With the respite, we really require 30 days as the minimal, just because it really takes that long to really determine, number one, do they like us, and is it appropriate? Are we providing the appropriate care? So we usually have a 30-day minimal for that.
I apologize for my background noise here, but if somebody said, what is the one thing that's top of mind that's special about Brookdale?
Yeah,
what would you say?
And there's a few things that come to mind, but I'm going to tell you the most important thing is our tenure of our staff. I've been with the company 17 years. I have a nurse is a nurse for 26 years, but been with Brookdale 17 years. My dining director has been here at the community 9 years.
Oh, wait, by the way, I have to say, I sampled the food there. I'm going to tell you, amazing. Like, I want to go back for breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, we have a chef that's wonderful. And it's not all our meals. Nothing's frozen. It's all fresh. And we actually have what we call a menu chat where we meet with the residents. And believe me, as good as our food is, and I really do believe it is, we get constructive feedback continuously. So, but we meet with the residents, even though we have a menu and it's quite frankly, a variety of choices. You can get, if you want a hamburger, you can get a hamburger or a salad. But we really do. If someone doesn't like what's on the menu, we give them many options. So, and we also cater to gluten, free or low salt. We have some specialized. I mean, we always really all our food is low salt, but we can specialize based on their needs. And then the other thing I will tell you about our community is, we're nestled in this nice little area, where there's condos all around. We're off the beaten track. And, it's just very homey. And, our apartments are nice and spacious, but really, it's just a very homey feeling. And we have all the services that really, whether independent or assisted, whatever we need. We have doctors that come in. We have an audiologist. We have an internist. We have a psychologist. They all come to the community, podiatrists. So we really have everything that someone needs. They don't really have to go out. We provide transportation. We have bus service to doctor's appointments and shopping. And if they want to go visit someone, we typically go within a 10-mile radius anywhere. And we try to accommodate all appointments all the time. We have a couple of bus drivers that rotate, so able to do that. And then with activities, it's not just bingo. Of course, everyone loves bingo, and we do provide it. But, we bring in a lot of educational speakers, a lot of entertainment. We have outside activities. So we really try to keep the residents busy. We don't, yes, their apartment is their home, but we want them out and about. Really, the community is their home.
Right. What are some of the just general activities? I mean, something just, forget bingo, but everything else. I mean, and I assume you have canasta or whatever.
Yeah,
some of the speakers. Just give me an idea of some of the kind of educational programs.
So we have someone that comes and talks about music. He's a music, professional, and he'll talk about, music with shows and things that can relate, to the residents. Of course, there's a lot about politics, and what's, when there's, elections that, we do a lot. Just, we have different, different politicians come in, local politicians that will come in. But we try to do a lot of educational speakers, for whatever topics. And the residents will pick out a lot of topics, but a lot is geared to to shows and entertainment and things that they want to talk about.
That's great. That's great. I love that. I love that. And I do want to say too that the communities do all have their own flavor. Just like if you live in Glencoe or Wilmette or Northbrook or Highland Park, I tell my clients, go and look around, have a cup of coffee. They're all great. You need to find the one that just feels right to you.
You do.
And I know that's true about Brookdale. It's not a cookie cutter one.
It's not. And, resident, or prospects or people inquiring, they don't really, they think of nursing homes. Okay. It's all medical. Well, no, we're about hospitality, really.
Yeah.
Yes, we provide a lot of medical care, but it's all about hospitality. We have a 24-hour concierge. We have, we have staff that are willing, and wanting to help residents with whatever. We have, computer classes, and trying, obviously technology is at times challenging for residents, and we provide a lot of support for that and their families. Families come in and we'll have meals with them. We have a Sunday brunch. So again, we really stress the hospitality because that's what we're about.
Yeah, that's really what it's more. To me, it's like camp or living in the Ritz-Carlton downtown. It's more, somebody's there to get your packages, to get, you don't have to worry.
No. And, it's really, and it's very, there are residents that are quite content in, staying in their apartments and just coming down for meals. They do what they want to do. We don't force anything. It's totally up to them, but we encourage them to be engaged. Okay. Right. And we also, one other thing I'll just add, we have our own in-house TV station, so they can Zoom. We Zoom a lot if they don't want to come down. All our entertainment Zoomed, all the speakers are Zoomed. So there's a lot that they can do in their apartments if that's their desire.
Oh, that's fabulous. So if they're just not feeling up to it one day, or they have a cold or whatever, they can still take part. That's awesome. And they don't have to be lonely. That's the thing I always think of.
Right. And, that's
the big thing.
It really is. They want that security. Someone's there just in case, and that's so important,
Yeah. And, when you're living in, you say you had a house in the suburbs and you're outside and your neighbors and little kids. Well, at a different point in life, you're not going to be outside pushing the buggy anymore. So now you can be at the Brookdale and, you walk down the hall, you're at a show or something at your dining room, you have people that you can see and be with.
Right. And that's so important. And it's very important for the families too, just to know that someone's there just in case.
Keep their minds sharp.
Yeah, absolutely. You need interaction. We need to keep that mind going. So, so important as you grow older.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Steve. I want to thank you. And Brookdale, like I said, is wonderful. I love it there. Aside from the food, I love all the people that work there. It's very cheery, happy place.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you having me, Betsy.
And I'm sorry about the background noise that I have.
No problem.
Everybody have a great weekend, and thanks again.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.